everybody, welcome back to Steal the Spotlight. Today I'm actually doing a tag video, which I know sounds bizarre because these are practically dead on YouTube these days. However, this one was floating around a couple of years ago. It's the Closet Confidential tag, and I always wanted to do it but was never tagged or anything, so today I'm finally getting around to it. And when I was googling this, there seemed to be a ton of different versions available, so I have no idea if this is the right one, but it did seem to have a few extra questions tagged onto it, so I figured why not roll with that one. Question 1. What is the oldest item in your wardrobe? So I guess we're just gonna jump in with the strangest response I have for you, because my oldest item is actually a wrestling t-shirt. I know, kind of hard to believe considering how into fashion I am these days, but as a kid, all I really cared about was wrestling. So this t-shirt is from way back when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and this Randy Orton t-shirt was my absolute favorite. So for some reason, I just couldn't let it go. I hold on to it because it still has sentimental value. Question 2. What is the newest item in your wardrobe? So for this one, I actually have 3 items to show you because they all came in the same package, and it is from the brand Public Desire. They are an awesome footwear company. You guys may have seen them. They pop up a lot on Instagram, but oh my goodness, their shoes are incredible, and the best part is they are really, really affordable compared to most shoe companies. The first pair I picked up is a pair of over-the-knee boots. I already have a black pair which I wore like crazy last winter, so I thought I'd get another shade this time around. Secondly is actually another pair of boots. These ones are super daring. Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna style them yet, but I am very, very excited to see what I can come up with because these are so funky. And lastly is a much more wearable pair. It's just this chunky pair of black heels. I love the lace-up trend still, even though it's been around for a while, so I know I'll get quite a bit of wear out of these ones. Question 3. What is the cheapest item in your wardrobe? So for this question, I wanted to make sure that it was something that was cheap, but I actually still do wear, because I know a lot of us can be guilty of buying things on the cheap that were on sale at the time and then never actually wearing them. They just sit there in the corner of the closet. But this item is not like that. I picked it up from the op shop for only $1. It's this super groovy graphic tee. It's actually a men's extra large, and I just cut it off to make it more of a boxy crop top style. I actually get a ton of wear out of this because the graphic is just so cool. Question 4. What is your biggest bargain? Let's be real, I definitely consider myself a bargain hunter, so this one was kind of hard just to pick out one item. However, I'm gonna have to go for this denim dress because I found it at the op shop for under $10, and it's actually by Calvin Klein, so I thought that was such a steal. Usually at the thrift store, if there's a designer name, they tend to up the price a little bit, but I guess these guys were just oblivious because under $10 for Calvin Klein is insane. Question 5. What was the biggest waste of money? So this question actually ties in perfectly with what is the most expensive item in your wardrobe. Unfortunately, yes, my most expensive is my biggest waste of money. I don't know if you guys have been watching YouTube videos for as long as I have, but there was a day when every YouTuber seemed to own a pair of Jeffrey Campbell Leiters. Honestly, I have no idea why. Looking back, they are pretty ugly. I decided for some reason I needed to save up my money for a pair. I bought them, and honestly, they have been worn outside of the house once. Question 6. What is your favorite piece that you've gotten as a gift? Considering my wardrobe is already busting at the seams, no one really buys me clothing for birthdays or Christmases because they don't want to add to my already mammoth collection. But one thing that comes to mind is definitely a bag I received from my mum for Christmas. I get a ton of wear out of it whenever I want a color other than black. I really like the fringe detail, and the best part is you can wear it as a crossbody or as a cute little backpack as well. Question 7. What is the most comfortable item in your wardrobe? I actually recently did a video which was like my most worn items in my wardrobe. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here, but if you have seen it, you'll know that pretty much everything I wear in my wardrobe is comfortable. That's like the main criteria. So I thought for this question I would try and show you something that I didn't already feature in that last video, which would have to be some cute little summer dresses. My favorite one at the moment is this one by Beginning Boutique, but honestly I live in this sort of stuff during the summer because they're so easy to throw on, they're totally fuss free, really comfortable if you're just bumming around home, but you can still wear it down to the shops or out for lunch. Question 8. What is the most uncomfortable item in your wardrobe? Since most of my stuff is so comfy, this was another hard one, but if I'm being real, I'd probably have to go with play suits. It might be TMI, but most of them just give me a wedgie. I think it's probably just because my torso is surprisingly quite long in comparison to the rest of my body, so play suits just never seem to fit me too well. Question 9. What are 3 of your favorite items right now? The first thing that came to mind was definitely my general's hat. I'm pretty sure that's what they're calling them. I've actually had mine for a few years now, but since they are becoming trendier and trendier, I find myself reaching for mine a lot more recently, and I think this is just like the cherry on top of practically any outfit. Next up would have to be this dress from Zara. I absolutely adore the rich green shade of it, but also I just feel like it's a great transition piece since we are in autumn here. I can wear it on its own when it's still kind of hot out, but otherwise I can team it with a turtleneck and stockings underneath as well. Lastly would have to be this top I bought from Missguided. It just recently arrived in the mail and I am obsessed. It's such a cool, unique cut to it with this cape sort of detailing. Question 10. Something you love that everyone else hates. I feel like this is just an impossible question because it doesn't matter what someone will hold up, there'll always be people who are like, yeah, I dig that too. What do you mean everyone hates it? So I don't know, you can't really win with this one, but I've decided to go for leopard print because I feel like it's frowned upon by quite a few people. It's gotten a bad rap over the years as being quite a tacky print, but personally I find it to be something really fun to style. Question 11. Something that you're excited to wear. This was an easy one for me. Hands down has to be this jacket I recently picked up from the thrift store. You guys already saw it in a haul, but be prepared to see it a whole lot more very soon. I cannot wait for the weather to cool down so I can start wearing this. I love the combo of the corduroy, the color, the faux fur. It just screams 70s vibes. It's going to be so much fun to style this winter. So that about wraps up this tag, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you could answer one of these questions as well. I think maybe the most interesting one would be, what is your biggest bargain? I always love to hear those stories. So hopefully I'll chat to you in the comments or even see you over on my Instagram at StealTheSpotlight. Thanks for watching, guys. Mwah!